While the Mueller investigation is garnering all the headlines, many Republicans are asking why possible collusion between the Clinton campaign and Russia is being largely ignored. That comes after the Washington Post revealed Hillary Clinton's campaign helped fund a salacious dossier about President Trump. Congressman Trey Gowdy wants to know exactly who authorized the dossier's funding.
One of the areas of significance, Chris, is just how hard the Democrats in Congress fought Republicans for trying to gain access to this information. If it were up to Adam Schiff and other Democrats, who, of course, want all the facts to come out, they want all the facts of Russia to come out, except who financed the dossier. I'm also interested in sharing some memory tricks with folks at the DNC, because no one can remember who paid $10 million to a law firm to do Oppo research. I find that stunning. $10 million, and no one can remember who authorized it, who approved it.
That's a lot of billable hours, speaking as a former attorney. Joining us now for reaction is Congressman Devin Nunes, the Republican chairman of the House Intel Committee. Congressman, you look great this hour. Look, you're here.
Great to be on with you.
Thanks for being with us on the first show. Okay, so where are we now on this? And make it easy for our viewers to understand and follow this. Where are we today?
So there's a lot of moving parts. So let's start with, we still have information from Fusion GPS that we need from the bank. We still have a whole host of information from the Department of Justice and FBI that we hope to begin to get tomorrow. So we are just really at the beginning of unraveling questions that we've been asking since March. And let me go to what Mr. Gowdy's comment was there. If people really believe that the FBI did not know who paid for that dossier, I've got a bridge to sell you. There is no possible way that the FBI did not know who paid for that dossier. And yet, month after month
So who's
after
lying
month,
at the FBI? Who specifically said that?
We don't know if is it just Comey or is it the whole FBI? And let's just take, for
what
example,
you're saying about the FBI there, that's quite a charge.
Absolutely. This is the government out of control.
We hear about deep state, we hear about these forces burrowed into government who are working against the people's interests, the need to know, the transparency in government.
It is not okay for us to ask, since March, who paid for the dossier, what did you use the dossier for? And then it comes out only because of subpoenas to the bank, and the bank was going to have to produce the subpoenas.
Then all of a sudden they cut a deal.
And then they cut a deal.
Now, where are we with these bank records? I read today that you're in the process of getting them, and did they just willingly turn them over? They're still fighting?
We're fighting in court.
Because that's the key, right? Seeing where the money went specifically, and will it illustrate for what?
Well, we have a whole bunch of questions about Fusion GPS. So there's a whole host. We want to know, were they being paid by Russians? Were they paying Russians?
Well, they have Russian clients. They said they separated, right? They separated the Russian clients from the Clinton DNC work. That's what they claim.
So they say, but look, we're investigating this.
Yeah.
We need the information. We have the FBI and other agencies who either didn't tell us who paid for the dossier or didn't know, which would be equally disturbing, but my guess is somebody over there knew who paid for the dossier.
Should Mueller resign as special prosecutor, given potential conflicts of interest regarding something that may in fact be Russian collusion during the campaign? He was FBI director, correct?
Number one, I'm very concerned about it, okay? But let's see, today he had these initial indictments. I think you covered on the show earlier the right way, which is there's nothing there. Let's see where he goes from here. If this continues to drag on and on and on, then we're going to have a problem, because right now what I see is we have Fusion GPS obstructing the investigation, the Democrats obstructing our investigation, and the government, the executive branch, obstructing our investigation.
Could Obama have known about this?
Well, he was briefed on the dossier.
In January. Supposedly he didn't know anything about it before then. Why would he? But this was $10 million paid to Perkins Coie law firm that then funneled it to Fusion GPS. Why did the payment go that way? Why did it go to the law firm to Fusion, Fusion to Christopher Steele, who got the information from Russia? To
cover the tracks.
Right.
To cover the tracks. And I think it's hard to believe that when President Obama was being briefed on this dossier, that all of his intelligence people, the best intelligence agencies in the world, had no idea who paid for that information.
Adam Schiff, your Democrat counterpart, has said that you have become an obstacle to the Trump-Russia collusion investigation because, you were stepped aside and then you didn't step aside. Can you clear that up for us? Because that's confusing to people. People think you recused yourself, but
there's
you
a
never
lot
did.
of crazy things that the media, the mainstream media, says about me and others. But the bottom line is this: we are being obstructed in this investigation. We have for a long time. There's no question that I was attacked viciously by the left. You're well aware of it. To try to get me off this investigation.
They were trying to intimidate you from speaking out, which is what they do to a lot of people. Do they not?
That's what they did. Yeah. I mean, remember, it was all over me originally going to the White House saying that
you looked at these documents.
I looked at documents
the unmasking.
Where Trump administration officials had been unmasked.
Right.
Some of those ended up in the media. This is a major problem with leaks from our intelligence agencies.
Yeah, the deep state's leaking. They're leaking to make you look bad. And are you going to bring back Susan Rice and these others to testify?
We are going to
Samantha Powers, bringing them back?
Unfortunately, we're going to bring back a lot of people.
Well, let's hope they actually...
Or the DOJ could do their job and begin to investigate this.
Well, I'm not thinking Bob Mueller's going to rush to that, but maybe I'm just being pessimistic. Thank you very much, Congressman, for joining us.
Congratulations on your show.